Hi, this is Evangelist Curtis Crown coming to you with some more practical knowledge. Have you ever seen a tree in a storm? Yeah, I looked out my window during a storm and I saw a tree dance. The tree swayed and bowed and bent, and some of the branches came off and some of the leaves came off. It was a real bad storm. In fact, it was a storm where there were big balls of hail that came and plummeted the tree, and the wind made the tree lean and bow almost to the ground, and there was lightning flashes and thunder. But the next day when the sun came out, the tree branches were pointed up towards the sky. The sun was shining down on it, and it looks like the tree had never gone through anything. But I noticed on the ground the branches and the leaves, but the tree was unmoved. And so God reveals truth in things. So this is what I got out of that. That faith is like trees. Our faith is like a tree in a storm. See, first, before the tree can even get to a place where it will lean and bow, it first has to go down before it can come up. It has to be a sapling. It has to have the seed of faith. The faith has to go down into the elements to be attacked and destroyed so it can be developed. It needs to develop a root system. The root system goes deep enough to be able to push up the fruit of the hull or the body of the tree before it bears fruit. And so therefore the tree comes up before it bears fruit, and it still goes through its troubles. It's going through its troubles in the earth with the elements attacking it, and it's going through the wind and the rain. But always the storm, the wind and the rain always come to nurture the tree. I discovered that the rain, though the storm was bad and it flooded the ground, all the tree did was take the problems to make itself stronger. The tree took the water to absorb it, and it grew a root system so that it couldn't be moved. The root system got stronger and stronger as the tree began to expand, just like faith. As your faith gets stronger and stronger, you begin to expand. You go from faith to faith. Your faith begins to grow. Your base system of faith begins to grow. The roots dig deeper. It digs deeper into the truth of who God is, and it uses trouble to find its weaknesses. And it finds the weakness and strengthens the areas of weakness. So when the rains come and the storm comes to blow at the tree, and the hail plummets the tree, and the tree leans and bends. It leans and bends and sways, but it's never moved out of its place. Like you, in a storm, in your trouble, sometimes you may lean and bend and sway through the storm, but your faith remains steady. You take the blows, you take the stress, you take on the pressure, the wind, you take on the wind, the hail, it comes and it hits you, and all these things come to attack you. But you remain steadfast. You remain in place. And all it did was send water to nurture you. All it did was shake loose that which had to come loose, because there's a lot of dead branches attached to us. There are a lot of leaves that's got to come off in our walk. Some things are hanging on you that has to come off and has to be shaken loose. And the storm only shake loose what's necessary. The storm only brings out the things, breaks off the things that are necessary. But after the storm is always the sun that shines. It's always the branches that were swaying in the wind now are steadily with their arms up towards the heavens. Faith grows. Faith expands. It grows through struggle. It increases its size, and the branches grow thicker. The body of the tree grows wider. Its base gets deeper, and it grips the earth, and it stays planted in what it's planted in, because faith has to remain steadfast. When you trust in God, your faith has to remain steadfast. And so when the winds come and when the rains come, and in your tree you sway through the trouble, you bend through the trouble, you bow through the trouble, but as long as you have your roots grounded in love and in the Word of God, you will remain steadfast, and your tree will not fall over. And if there is any weakness in your faith, it will be exposed. And what it will do is cause the tree to strengthen the areas of weaknesses. Yeah. Practical knowledge. Faith growing, expanding through trouble,